gentlemen, welcome to PWR Interactive, along with the man they call Meathead, the man they call Damian Nelson.
Say it right, it's real.
Damian Nelson. I'm Frank Kasem.
The man said hot, dude, come on.
It's hot. It's hot. It's hot.
It's getting hot in here, so I'm going to take off my clothes.
No, but it has our Polish gentleman. I almost said Polish guy. He hasn't emailed in a while, though.
You have a Polish gentleman caller?
No, someone that would email.
Bobke?
Oh, what? Bobke could be Polish.
How you been? How was the Poconos and Cancun and jail?
Jail took a while. Thanks a lot for
not a problem.
getting me out.
Again, it took a while to get Frank to his strip club, but he finally
here at the Pro Wrestling Report. Were you able to?
Well, I have to have the deep pocket because then the pocket pool and yeah.
No, I appreciate that though. It's great to be back.
Hot, man.
Welcome back, Francis. This is the premiere edition of Pro Wrestling Report Interactive. What is Pro Wrestling Report Interactive? It is your chance to be on this very program. You see this phone sitting here live. We may get some phone calls. Well, if we have time, we'll take them. We also have your emails and all kinds of correspondences from you right here in Frank's hot little hands. And this show is all about you peeps out there in internet world. And we will deliver this show each week with Frank Cosentino, who will keep Meathead under control. Frank, I am now going to just follow you. We need a banana phone like Bobby Heenan had on prime time.
It's down on the phone.
We're going to play that. We can play that. We're going to play that clip at the end of this show. It is a great clip from Kasem. It motivates us. We used to listen to it every taping right before.
Matter of fact, after we left the studio, Frank and I would still listen to it in the car on the ride home.
It's down on the phone.
I got to go into talking about a damn dog dying.
Damn wasn't what he used. That's exclusive right at the end of the show here, folks. Frank, and go.
First email is from Andrew Tully from Philadelphia, PA.
Ooh.
This is the Phoenix Pharaoh, hailing from the home of the most passionate wrestling and football fans in the world. That's Philadelphia, PA.
We'll take that.
Damien, just want to say to represent and happy Black History Month, my brother.
Is it Black History Month?
Yeah, all 28
Damien's
days.
not
I was
black.
wondering why people were treating me better.
You ever notice, like Chris Rock said, how your month has only got 28 days in it, and every other month in the year has at
Well, we
least
get
30?
29. We get an extra day every couple of years.
Every 4.
Best Chris Rock line ever was MTV VMAs. I believe it was 1999. They were at Radio City Music Hall, and he said, "I think I'm the first black man on this stage without a mop."
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
They're just relaying. There's nothing else that rhymes with that. Go.
All right, I just wanted to ask if I'm the only one who thinks Kane is the most underrated big man in the business in recent years. I think he can deliver in any situation that WWE puts him in, yet they always give Taker all the praise. What do you think?
I'll do something with that chord there. Undertaker is clearly better than Kane. The Brothers of Destruction, Kane is good. Kane is just sort of there now. Keep in mind, Kane's been around for 10 years,
Kane
almost as long.
physically can do whatever they ask him to do, but Kane,
no
character-wise, Kane gimmick-wise, just doesn't have it.
There's no mic skills there.
Once the mask was gone, he lost the aura.
When he did the...
When he was pissed in the locker room throwing stuff around, and he had the...
Whoa, that Tory is hot.
Thank you for the email.
That's all he wrote?
Well, there's a lot there, but that was the main.
That was Andrew Tully.
Andrew Tully.
Frank.
From Philly, PA. This one's from Jason. Come on, guys. Can you actually say the ECW angle is interesting? The new
That's from
breed,
last week's show. Somebody's stepping up here.
New breed sucks, except maybe Kevin Thorne. And the old breed sucks so long as there's no Extreme Rules wrestling matches. And ECW sucks so long as there are no Extreme Rules matches. New versus old ECW are no comparison.
See, here's the thing, and that's probably Jason the effing show. He just can't get in contact with us because he's still in prison.
It is Jason G. You know, as in G. Yeah. Gangsta.
No. Hey, Jay, the thing is, dude, we've seen this already. It was called The New Blood back in WCW in 2001.
You've seen it already, and
You've seen it
fans.
too. You've seen it too. And it's just too predictable. Way too predictable.
Yeah. But you're not going to see the old ECW.
But that's gone. The old ECW is gone, and we know this.
Can't take that risk anymore.
No, that's not it.
Not
the old ECW is gone because of Vince McMahon.
I bought my
It has
competition.
nothing to do with the risk, Frank. You need to
Really?
get that out of your head.
All right.
ECW is gone, and it will not come back.
What I said last week was that it is an intriguing angle, more intriguing than anything they've presented thus far in ECW. Didn't say it was great. Didn't say it was super.
Because it's finally in the big show. It's not like Vince McMahon's face in his backyard, but it's finally in the big show.
Nick Drago of Long Island. Dear
I wonder if he's
PWR,
related to Ivan.
I must break you.
Go for it.
I am an ECW fan, and I'm very unpleased. I can't bear to watch what Vince has done to ECW. What's your opinion?
We just gave
I
it.
just gave it.
They're trying.
That's about it.
They're trying.
There's effort
Vince
at
is
least
trying.
lately.
Vince is trying to be there so you can hate him to love ECW. He's trying. He's got too much going on though. He's going to lose his hair. He's still going to be running ECW. Still got to show up on Raw.
Do you really think Donald won't shave his head?
No way. No.
It won't grow back, huh?
No, it won't.
It takes years to get a haircut. Like
He's
that.
got a comb over, dude. Literally, the hair over here is what's growing, and then it's flopped over.
That's different. Jeff from the Barbary Coast in Lost Wages.
Oh, yeah, that is my favorite casino.
It's my
in Las
kind of
Carl Love,
town.
actually, is in Las Vegas, Nevada right now. Call me at 2:16 a.m. last
Is he
night.
the one that's been sending me emails? Because that's got to stop, Carl. Anyway.
Look what I found on myway.com. Carl Love, the Barbary Coast. God, it's
Oh,
just
that's
it's
fun.
1979 is the year it opened. Features one of the best restaurants in Vegas. Drives, basement. I
Is that the
usually end
Nitro
up at-
Grill?
No.
No.
That is, who is this? This is Jeff. Jeff. All right, I'm looking you up when I'm in Vegas. If you assume you
Better
work
be
there, I need some free stuff.
That's right. I just want to know your
They
opinion.
got mahogany in their presidential suite. I've been in it.
How many rounds of blackjack did you win to get in it?
Frank,
We won't go there.
go.
I just wanted to know
Steak and
your-
eggs. It's like $6.95.
Yes, I was gonna
Some of
say
the
like
best stuff
$4.
ever. God Almighty! God, I love the bar. Thank you for putting me in a happy place, Jeff.
Gross. Go, Frank.
Trying. I just wanted to know your opinion of TNA's presentation of Elevation X. You never explain how the gimmick works. Why should I be excited about this? I'm pulling for TNA to succeed, but they frequently leave me with my head in my hands, shaking with embarrassment. It seems
Much
they're
like me,
trying
that
too hard.
No. It's better than having everything else in your hands.
Let's look at the good
In
things about this
embarrassment.
Elevation X. TNA has brought back the scaffold match. Think back to the Road Warriors and the Midnight Express and Jim Cornette breaking both his legs, falling off the scaffolding, Hawk wrestling in the match with a broken ankle, and just the amazing spots that come out of a scaffold match. It's been 20 years or so since we've seen scaffold matches.
A good
if
scaffolding
anybody
match.
can pull it off, and some would
ECW
say
did have scaffolding.
some would say that
And
TNA
they were
has
good.
tried already with the Ultimate X matches with the X rope up on top. This is going to be a great concept by TNA if they pull it off. And the reason you don't have details is because
it's
they
getting
can do
built.
whatever they want then.
It's getting built right now.
Exactly. Great match. Best match concept from a big-time wrestling organization since the Elimination Chamber, in my opinion.
Agree?
Yeah.
He concurs.
PWR Interactive. Oh, Mom, sorry.
Proctor.
We're going to get
Dun,
him.
dun, 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 dun.
We got to keep the three of us off of TV at the same time.
Devin Drover.
Where'd he drive it?
Remember Devin Storm?
Dangerous Devon Storm.
Yeah, what did he become in WCW? He was Crowbar.
I didn't.
He was Crowbar. He's loving Daphne.
Frank was reading an email.
My
Barbary Coast. God, that's great. Jeff.
My question for PWR Interactive, will WSX, which is Wrestling Society X, last competing against ECW on Tuesdays? Yes or no?
Will the company last, or will the show last?
Well,
The
last
ratings are
competing against ECW.
competing with ECW. Yes, it will compete. It will make for better ECW TV. It'll be just like the Monday Night Wars of past, where I don't know if it'll get as intense, but both shows will get better as a result, in my opinion. Thank you for failing to answer that particular email from our
I answered it in my own way. Trust me, I watched those papers again, buddy.
Did I give you a paper cut?
Go.
Who is this? Oh, Devin.
Devin, we did that route already.
Brian from Baston.
Where'd you go him?
from Boston.
It's Boston.
Hi, I'm a big fan of your show. My question is, if Batista loses to The Undertaker at WrestleMania, do you think WWE will move Batista to Raw?
I don't care. No. Maybe Batista should be. I don't know if that container came back from when the Spirit Squad got sent down, but maybe he should be sent back down to OVW.
And brought back as a Deacon Batista? And come around with Reverend Devon?
Testify! Batista needs, in my opinion, substantial work in the ring. Can I do better? No, but it is blatantly obvious, and it was made blatantly obvious at the Royal Rumble when Mr. Kennedy carried him as
He cannot also deal with adversity in the ring. Big Show, Batista, at the Hammerstein Ballroom, he flipped out. Because he was supposed to be the face in that, and he got
That's
booed
where I
out.
was going. Do you think he's better off as a heel?
Don't care. Just like
Not
Nelson
from a
said.
fan's point of view.
No. That's what I'm saying. Again, Damien is not really wise, but he has said a couple things before. Jeff Jarrett, at the end of his run, before he took his time off, didn't just have heat. He had hatred heat.
Yes.
To the point where the fans didn't want him on their TV. It's going the same way now. It doesn't matter if Batista is face or heel. You just don't care about Batista.
Right. But what can you do?
Get him off TV for now.
Somebody else, namely Mr. Kennedy, and I believe it will be The Undertaker at WrestleMania, should be wearing that strap. We need a transitional champion while Batista gets sent away, because I think the fans buy him. He's over with the fans. His wrestling abilities are pathetic.
Mm-hmm. This is from Unnamed. I noticed on your recent Raw report that you didn't think it made sense that Lashley defended his title on Raw. I personally believe that Vince knows the ECW brand is sinking horribly. This is just Vince seeing...
Iceberg, dead ahead!
This is just Vince seeing if he can successfully integrate some of the ECW stars to Raw and SmackDown.
Otherwise known as Smacky Wacky.
It was known like that back in the 90s.
Schmacky.
It was different to see Lashley featured on Raw. He's got his own show.
Oh, you're saying they're supposed to be
I am
distinctly
saying
different?
that they are ECW, if nothing
Are you
else,
gonna
is
finally drop
distinctly
that?
different. No,
No, I'm not gonna drop that.
Until Bush drops this war stuff, I'm going to stay with my distinctly
You
different
got
brands.
another year. Hang on.
Until Barack gets in office.
Who? Is that the
All hail Barack Obama!
That's the new flavor of the month? Cokehead?
They didn't pay us.
Hey, I will
Put that
say
down.
this. At least he said he did it, and I'll give him that.
So he said he didn't like cocaine, but he liked the smell?
He has admitted to smoking marijuana.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
He
that's the
inhaled.
point, isn't it? And he has admitted to being on that crack cocaine. At least he's not lying. He doesn't have
About that.
3,379 lives on his hand.
About that.
Our troops who are over there
About that.
defending this country.
So you're saying that Obama Baracus, or whatever his name is from Mortal Kombat, has never lied?
Not to a point where it could affect the country yet.
Yet. That you know of.
That I know of.
This is not Frontline. This is for the Pro Wrestling Report.
Interactive.
I'm Chris
PWR
Matthews.
Interactive.
This.
Mom, I told you to quit calling.
You're supposed to be home at 6, aren't you?
Yes.
Don't forget the milk. Sam Moon.
From the store.
The Money in the Bank match was one of the best matches at the last two WrestleMania events and have elevated two deserving superstars to the WWE Championship.
Absolutely.
Do you think that we will see another this year?
I hope so.
I would like to see Jeff Hardy and Johnny Nitro represent Raw.
I think it's a Nitro.
Rob Van Dam and Sabu represent ECW. And Matt Hardy and Joey Mercury represent SmackDown. What do you guys think?
That there is very interesting.
That's extremely interesting.
I hope to see the match. Obviously, Money in the Bank. I mean, they now have it on the video game. They know it's a gimmick that is working. They know just like the Elimination Chamber, all that stuff. It's something they got that works. Please don't take it from us. And please, again, offer the winner of the match one guaranteed title shot throughout the year.
And each time that has happened with Edge and then RVD, they have won the WWE or a championship.
When they've cashed in on it.
Yes.
Edge taking almost a full year to use his. Rob Van Dam specifically stating when he was going to do it, and he took the WWE
It
Championship.
didn't elevate Shelton Benjamin.
He did not win.
But
And how did it
He
not?
outperformed everybody else in those
outperformed
matches
everyone,
each
if you
year.
remember. He did some moves that we hadn't seen before, running up the ladder and all that other jazz. But for some reason, he just doesn't get over that hump.
It wasn't meant to elevate him. He didn't win the match.
Obviously. But, I mean, there was a lot of people
didn't
who
do it.
said that he carried that thing.
He did.
Spot
He got
wise,
over without winning.
spot wise.
That was my point.
But that's what got him over and is going to get him stuck. It's a spot wrestler.
Negative. He is a professional wrestler who I believe has an amateur background
Yes, he does. University of Minnesota, I believe.
and just happens to be a great spot performer as well.
But that's not going to get him to the top. Because, again, now he's stuck in this
Because he's
lull.
black.
He's stuck in this lull.
Darn it.
I know it's February. He's stuck in this lull
Shortest month of the year.
as the guy that comes up big in these little spot matches, but can't go all the way.
He might go all the way.
I hate that guy.
Romero from Pittsburgh, PA.
Lots of Pennsylvanian emails.
Do you think that they're covered in big time snow right now? Do you think that do you think that Cena versus HBK
CNA, is that what you got out of that? Nice.
Go ahead,
gone
Frank.
for 3 weeks? Do you think that Cena versus HBK should be the Raw main event, or would you go with Cena versus HBK versus Orton versus Edge? I personally think that the Fatal 4-Way would come off well.
I think Cena HBK is good enough, to be honest with you.
But what are Orton and Edge going to do for main event?
I think Orton and Edge are going to go against each other at WrestleMania.
Not enough time to build it anymore, I don't think.
We got a month and a half. We'll be
I
fine.
think there's time. Giovanni Gonzalez writes,
It's a great name, Javante.
do you
Fine.
think it's a good idea to make a face versus face title matches at WrestleMania 23? I mean, although John Cena sucks, he's still a face.
Damien, the
Wrestlers
rule?
never suck. They put their lives on the line each day. They go in the ring. Even the worst ones, they don't suck. They could be bad. They could be poor. They could be horrible, but they don't suck. Lesson to all.
John Cena is not very good. He's still a face, and Batista, he lifts everything up and looks like he's lifting up to 500 pounds, but he's still a face. I think Batista and John Cena should turn heel. What do you think?
Can't make Cena heel.
Not anymore. Well,
Now,
maybe not now.
it would take some time.
Could you have made Hogan heel back before July 24th, 1996? Could you have made Austin heel back before
Different time.
June of
It's a
2001?
different time. Different time.
The Austin heel turn didn't take.
No, it was awful, too. So was the Goldberg.
What?
So was the Goldberg.
What?
Yeah.
Ismail from New York City.
New York.
Hey, what's good, meathead?
Who sent him an email?
Has anyone besides myself noticed that for the last 3 Royal Rumbles, including the 2007 Rumble, the last 2 people who were left in the Rumble match have main evented at the following Mania? For example, in 2005 Rumble, it came down to
I
Batista
smell
and Cena,
smoke.
and both of them went on to be in the main event at Mania. Then the 2006 Rumble, it came down to Mysterio and Randy Orton, and both of them went to the main event.
We don't really like to talk about the 2006 Rumble.
And
Or
lastly,
the
the
2006
2007
SmackDown
Rumble
main
came down
event.
to Undertaker and Michaels. Both of them are going to the main event of WrestleMania 23. Now, my question is: the WWE doing this on purpose, or is it just coincidence?
No, it's on purpose.
British Bulldog didn't go in 95.
No.
Diesel didn't go in 96.
No.
It's one of those.
McMahon didn't go.
It's one of those
Austin
coincidences. Gwinky dinks, they call them.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
The last couple of years, I think it's a planned.
Well, I mean, with the rumors that were swirling out there as to who may be in the main event, why wouldn't you end it with the 2 people who everybody thinks is going to be one of the 2, thus creating more drama, not knowing who's going to win because it
you
could
know
be
they're
either
both
man.
going to be there. Sure.
Hi, my name is Audric. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska.
Site of In Your House 1996. April, I believe, was the month. It was Shawn Michaels versus Diesel. When
He's
Diesel
reading
put
his
Shawn
clothes.
Michaels through
His
the
eyes
table.
stay closed. Watch.
When Diesel had this thing against Vince McMahon, and Diesel cut a promo in the back, and it was good friends, better enemies, I believe.
He's
Carry
like,
on.
oh on, 96.
Watch the PWR show daily. I love what you guys are doing. Keep up the
Are you
good
watching
work.
what we do daily?
Not him would do daily. The question is for Damien. Now we know it's given that Batista and Taker will go at WrestleMania, but I was wondering if you share the same opinion as I do. as it relates to the Shawn Michaels and John Cena storyline, as they should not face each other at WrestleMania. I'd rather see Randy Orton and Cena. What sense does it make to give Michaels another title shot?
Merchandise.
Just because Triple H is injured. Do you think they will finally use the IC title this year? We haven't had an IC title match since 2002 at WrestleMania, and since they're doing the whole 20 years since WrestleMania, I think it'd make a lot of sense, and they better have a good one.
I've got it.
Want to jump at that one?
Ding, ding, ding.
This
ding,
is
ding,
from, again, Audric.
What was the question again?
Proctor.
What sense does it make?
He knows what the question is. Don't you read it?
What was the middle one?
He's picking on you.
What just called Wanda?
Yeah. What was the second one?
What was the middle one?
I forgot the first question.
Orton versus HBK.
Oh, no, why they're doing
what
HBK.
sense does it
versus
make to give Michaels
Why
another
they're doing
title
Why?
HBK. Because it's going to work out like this. Triple H is going to come back, and they'll have another HBK versus Triple H run. And that'll run all the way through the summer.
I can't buy Orton Cena. Orton, something's off about him lately. I'm not sure what it is. I think that this whole thing with him and Ed, Sex and Violence, was a good angle. Something's Orton's not the same Orton.
Well, Sex
he
and
was when
Violence
he won the
was
title
Edge's
in 04.
gimmick before Orton even showed up. They had the shirts already. Remember, Lita also wore those too.
Then it made sense.
So, that doesn't mean anything. Frank?
Next.
Jason from
Next.
Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I've been thinking.
He didn't get it. That's okay.
And then the person, I've been thinking.
That's the joke.
Basically, we've already done one of these from Jay, but that's okay. You can do Jay's second one now.
It's all right. We don't mind. We don't let them hose.
It's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I've been thinking a lot.
I've been thinking of a number.
I think the best way to describe the new ECW is a neutered version of the original ECW.
That's without the marbles?
Twig and berries.
No, you keep the twig. Did they just take the marbles?
It's the Bob Barker version. Perhaps they are banged up and they need to take it easy, but it seems to me that McMahon.
Population.
But it seems to me that McMahon is basically forcing the old stars to hold themselves back. Agree or no?
We've explained it already in the show. ECW is not going to be ECW the way it was.
It's an interesting point, though, that there is so much interest out there in ECW from our fans.
And it's going to be there forever. But unfortunately, we're all going to be disappointed because ECW is not going to be the ECW that it was. It never will be again. If you want ECW the way it was, watch TNA and WSX.
Watch WSX.
Because again,
Which
TNA
is the most
now,
unique wrestling
now
product out there
TNA
right now.
has now become basically WCW.
You now just got to calm down a little
On
bit.
WSX?
Yeah.
Are you talking about the ring announcer or the play-by-play?
Play-by-play guy. They're screaming.
That play-by-play guy, where did he come from?
He's great. It came from
He's good, but they just scream.
Chris Roth, I think his name is?
Yes.
Where did, let's see, watch, he was doing it again.
The organization.
He came from...
XPW.
Wow.
Yeah, he's great.
Wow.
But they scream a lot. They just need to calm down a tad.
No. Frank, you missed the whole point.
No. They have a good balance. I have not found a problem with it yet, but keep in mind what they're dealing with. Two rock stars in the booth as well.
True.
That surprisingly only speak when they should, which is
Right. Did you
rare.
hear Zach Wilde's commentary?
Oh, yeah.
Zach Wilde gigged himself before the event just to be involved.
And remember, we did see blood this past week on WSX, and there was a rumor out there that there would be no blood allowed. We saw Aguilera get bloodied with the TLC match. Tables, ladders, and cerveza. I was in that match once, just no tables and ladders. Well, you were saying.
I was saying. Ken from Chicago, Illinois.
That's right around the corner.
That's a
How about those Bears?
Bear
We're going to have Rex
Down,
Grossman on this show in a couple of weeks.
Bears,
folks.
Yeah, KGB is going to be right behind him, too. You've seen the picture.
Hey, we've got 2 minutes.
All right, just wanted to know what you guys thought about the AJ Styles heel turn. I find myself liking him a lot more as a heel, despite the sudden break of hair on his chest, and now his 5 o'clock shadow. I'm loving the new attire, the new attitude.
This is Ken noticing chest hair? Ken.
You always grow
What do you
facial
guys
hair when
think?
you go heel.
Yeah,
Remember, that was Jericho's sign of
Yeah,
whether
of
he was
course.
heel or face.
Of course.
I am loving AJ Styles as a heel. I didn't know it was there. AJ, one of my favorite performers out there. Perfect role as a heel. Much better.
it's a good run. I think they should keep it for as long as it can run for.
We're going to end with the top 5.
Sure will. Michael Wade from
Dwayne Wade?
Michael Wade.
Hot Atlanta. Number 5. Ready?
Vampiro! Vampiro! Vampiro!
God almighty, Vampiro.
What was he pouring on himself on last week's WSS?
Vampiro.
Was it blood or
I don't know.
maple syrup? Carry on.
Number 4, The Undertaker. Number 3,
Mr.
That
Kennedy.
was pretty weak, but now you wait.
Kennedy.
Better.
2, Samoa Joe. And number 1, Monty Brown.
His name's not Monty Brown anymore.
It's Marquise Colon.
Period.
Wow. What a fast
There you go.
couple minutes that was. We didn't even have time for phone calls because this one broke the phone. But folks, remember, Central Standard Time
It's like
between
ring off the
7:30
hook.
p.m. and 8:15 p.m. on Wednesdays is when you can call in to PWI Interactive. That is when we tape the program from shore to shore and from
Did you give the phone
continent to continent. You can call us at 414-431-3304. That's 414-431-3304. Wednesday nights, 7:30 p.m. to
One more
8:15
time.
p.m. Central Standard Time. 414-431-3304.
Are you gonna do a home shopping network thing on the screen now?
Call me now. Keep those emails coming, folks. And remember, at the end of this program, 2 things you need to do. Click on the link and also listen to this exclusive little soundbite from Kasem. That is hilarious.
Down on the phone.
Frank, welcome back. Good to have you.
Glad
I'm
to
going
be
to try to get this one to stop picking on you. We'll have standards and means.
We will let him touch the phone.
Exactly. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Frank, send us home.
Welcome back.
Have a great week, everyone.
Be good. Damn, took his line.
Now, we're up to our long-distance dedication. And this one is about kids and pets and a situation that we can all understand, whether we have kids or pets or neither. It's from a man in Cincinnati, Ohio. And here's what he writes. Dear Casey, this may seem to be a strange dedication request, but I'm quite sincere, and it'll mean a lot if you play it. Recently, there was a death in our family. He was a little dog named Snuggles, but he was most certainly a part of... Let's start again. From coming out of the record. Play the record, okay? Please. See, when you come out of those up-tempo goddamn numbers, man, it's impossible to make those transitions, and then you got to go into somebody dying. You know, they do this to me all the time. I don't know what the hell they do it for, but goddamn it, if we can't come out of a slow record, I don't understand it. Is Don on the phone? Okay, I want a goddamn concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't a fucking up-tempo record every time I do a goddamn death dedication. Now, make it, and I also want to know what happened to the pictures I was supposed to see this week. It's a last goddamn time. I want somebody to use his fucking brain to not come out of a goddamn record that is, that's up-tempo, and I got to talk about a fucking dog dying. Oh, this is fucking ponderous, man. Ponderous, fucking ponderous. Hi, this is Casey Kasem. American Top 40 has moved to a new time. I hope you'll join me this Saturday morning and every Saturday morning at 2